keep it.
Well,
I mean, it
the
should go
city
to
has
all-
all of it. The city has all the money.
And I just responded to him, we're not, there won't be no personnel talk in this meeting. So it doesn't have to be switched.
It's bread.
Trying to talk on.
Okay. We're up.
Pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hey, friends.
All right, I move to ask for approval of the May minutes.
Make a motion to approve the May minutes.
A second.
Any questions?
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Treasurer's report be held for next month. All right, let's go on. Police department.
Okay, we officially started our hiring process. That will be closed on the 30th of this month. I do see Brent has joined. Brent, do you want to talk about that at all?
He doesn't want to talk.
He's talking, he's
Is
muted.
it turned up? Is that volume up?
Brent, you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Yeah, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, just to give an update on that, Shane and I have worked out a timeline. The reason it's a little bit extended, actually, before I get into that, just a reminder, Kim, I talked to Kim about this. Our hire date would be the meeting of November. However, the November meeting falls on election day, and then the next week after that is Veterans Day. So I'm not sure when you guys want to have that meeting exactly, but we would like to have the new members sworn in then at that meeting officially. However, we can update that depending upon how the hiring process goes and who is still left. We have, Shane, what is it? We have 7 or 8 applications so far.
Just since this is recorded and the public can watch it, I wouldn't want to disclose how many we have in a public forum.
No worries. We have a decent number so far. We're weeding through those, but as far as the end date in November, we could possibly modify that depending upon who is still in the process and kind of where we're at. Does anybody have any questions on that?
No, I was going to ask Lois, do we get to interview them?
I think they're wanting somebody to set in each time when they do the interviews.
Okay.
Yes.
Lois, did we have a, election like in our area that we wouldn't be able to do meetings?
Not that I know of.
So we would
There's
still
no-
meet the
there's no,
first,
county elections this year or anything.
did you hear that, Brent?
Yeah, is that the general election day?
So we'll still be able to meet on the 4th.
That makes that easy. And then, yes, so to answer Lois's question, was it Lois that asked about the interviews?
Did you get that, Lois?
No.
He said yes
Oh.
on your question you asked.
Okay. Thank you.
So with hiring people, we're going to talk to them first, but there is the mandatory requirement that we purchase them a vest at minimum. Unless they already have their own vest, we'll try to go that route, but we can't. If they need a vest, that's just something to be on your guys' mind. So come interview time, that might be a prohibiting factor of how many can be hired. So just keep that in mind. They're between $600 to $800 a piece. They last years, and they would be property of the town. If that person, didn't make it or anything, the town would be able to retain it. They wouldn't take it with them, but it's just something to keep in mind. With that, has the budget meetings, have they been included or will they be posted sometime soon?
it's on the agenda to talk about tonight.
Update on the bottom of the hill. A car was towed off of the horse trailer property. We're working with a tow company to remove the trailer off the other far south property, the white one that's close to the road. That should be free of charge. And then we're just kind of taking guidance and direction from planning on what we can do next. But I think they've made a pretty good effort of cleaning up on their own, and they're going past least resistance. So if they're filling the dumpsters, they're just going to keep giving them dumpsters. They're trying to minimize the amount of money they spend on it. Probably on the agenda already, but I'll skip ahead to it since it's part of what I gotta say. You have quotes in front of you for the scissor lift for the gym. I got 3 different quotes, much higher than I expected for a scissor lift. I believe they're all around like $1,400 to rent them for a week. So
Do we need it a
That
week?
says 500.
it was at a 3-day, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So look at the same company, 7-day. Page. If we think you can do it in 3 days, I mean, I'll take off and I'll make sure I'm available, but that's just a risk, you know. There's always hidden problems you find when you get into a project like that. If you still want to do the scissor lift, that's just another cost. And there is too many lights for me to make the decision on my own. So I just need to sit down with one of you and pick them. We're gonna do round style, rectangular style. What have you, you can sit down for 5-10 minutes and pick those, but that seems to be around $2,000 for lights. Phone system and the website, that's getting fixed. Found the issue. It's just a matter of me having time to do it, so that'll be fixed shortly, at least the phone system. Reports going forward for Lois. I need to get with her outside the meeting and figure out exactly what she's wanting from us on a monthly basis. So you guys are getting the information from us that you want. And then the last thing I got for you is kind of a budget ask, grants. Have you guys heard of Lexipol? Sure. So Lexipol does grant writing. They'll do free grant review, where you write the grant, they look it over for you and tell you their opinions on it. Or they have an option where they basically guarantee that you'll get the grant. They won't actually guarantee, but they have like a 99% success rate. It's a $2,000 service. It's something to think about if we want to start getting some grants. We could pay Lexipol $2,000 and they write it for us.
Each time?
Great question. I'm not sure if they'll bundle it together, like maybe you can apply for 6 of them and it's $2,000 total, or $2,000 and grant. I don't know that.
Gotcha.
So every time we get a grant, it's $2,000.
He just said he wasn't sure if it was like a bundle deal, if they did, if it was just like $2,000 and then they could apply for 6 grants, or if it's just per grant. He didn't know. He'd have to find out.
We can write it ourselves. It's free to write it yourself.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not,
awful expensive.
I'm not super experienced in it.
Yeah.
It's time consuming. So,
that it is.
yeah. So writing a grant and then get denied is pretty disheartening. Which I've already done 3 times. So. So I go.
Have not been denied.
Yeah. Kim, you got anything on it?
Nope.
Fire
Oh, I
department.
guess I did have a question about this. though.
Oh, okay.
Since, is that something we need to do right now? Cause the lights work. Is there like to hold off on this for a bit? Is that a problem? If,
They're just expensive. I mean,
yeah,
cost is a thing, but I don't know the real reason behind replacement.
Well, the new ones we had put in, one unit doesn't work at all. And then there's 2 bulbs that's already burned out of the new bulbs that's in there. So we were just looking at the main ones in the center, but not over the bleachers.
gotcha.
I think most of the LEDs say like 5 to 10 years lifespan. But the amount that you're using it longer than that.
I was just curious of what, like, money wise.
I think
Make it
we can,
strict.
I think it can, as long as it doesn't go up, that's the thing that worries me, is if we say, okay, we can get the lights for 2,000 and we hold off, and then it's like October, let's order them now. Well, now it's for 3,500 type thing. But, if it didn't, or we could get something locked in, we wouldn't have to have it till late in the fall.
Who pays for that?
We did that a long time ago in a meeting.
Economic
Economic, yep. All right, anything else? All right, fire department.
Alumni banquet this weekend. I know everybody knows, so plan on setting up 6 o'clock Friday nights there at Scott. That's what I have wrote down.
Yes.
So for those of you that can be there to help. And then Saturday, we're planning on showing up. All my guys are showing up at 5 to get ready to start serving, and sometimes we serve 6:30.
6.
6. They show up around 5:30 usually.
Oh, there'll be some there before then.
So for those that don't remember that, air compressor, are you guys down with our air compressor?
I believe so, yeah.
We are.
I'll get it this weekend and get it returned to the station. Town cleanup, can you remind me when that date is, please?
21st and 22nd.
Of June? That's town residents only.
Yes.
You know when Bobby slated to mow the school again? Do you know what the rotation is on that?
Well, Ron has him, he wants him doing it every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So it should be coming up this week, I was thinking.
I'm gonna try to get it mowed before the lawn banquet.
Yeah.
So it looks better. So I did, all the weed eating down this whole drive around all the walls, the whole back parking lot, sprayed it all this past weekend, so.
You rock.
Somebody's gotta do it. Front parking lot needs to do if you got a weed eater and some
Yeah.
sprayer. About 3 foot tall in the parking spots out there.
Yep.
That's all I got. Try to get that taken care of before Saturday.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Mark.
We we put, a trash can out by the shelter house. Ava's is gonna collect it.
Oh, cool.
So, we did that. That's all we've got.
But we do have 2 trash cans down there.
Yeah, we need to
That
empty
trash
them.
can, we need to empty it somewhere,
Yeah,
somehow.
You need to probably do something with them.
And then we need to get rid-
Sand on the side of the road down there too.
yeah, then we need to get rid of the canisters basically, because that way people don't use them instead of using the trash can that's actually going to get.
Putting
can
them
be-
inside the shelter house will keep people from using them. Then we will have them for the festival.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We just need to put them somewhere.
Wheelchair them out there. All that stick in that metal there, set aside.
I was gonna say, if it can be bagged up and then bring it up here, we can throw it in there at that, or you can put it in the Ava cans here at school.
Cool.
Paid for those, so use them.
But
Anything else? Community center. Anything there?
I have something on that. I have been looking around and there's a lot of repairs. I would kind of like to have like a handyman who can do things like fix the doors. The push bars on several of the doors are loose. And the one of the triple doors, it just wobbles. The back entrance door is the same. The bathrooms need to be looked at if we're going to rent a room. And I have one of the people who rents upstairs for storage is looking for another room and she would like downstairs. I told her the price. I haven't heard back. Also heard about a lady who's interested in the room that looks out at the playground for a daycare. She's tired of it being in her house. And I figured this summer she probably has little extra kids.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't heard back from her.
Is that the one that just vacated
No,
one of the tables?
The daycare one? No.
Are you talking on the east wing?
uh-huh,
Oh, okay.
yeah. The bottom floor, the last one on the right as you're going down the hall.
By the exit doors.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mhm. I know there's some soffits that are loose and I figure Ron tried to put one back, but I think there's others that are loose around. And I know all those are minor little things.
Right.
But they're things that we don't know how to fix, so we have to have somebody.
Did you have anybody in mind?
Pardon?
You have anybody in mind?
No, I don't know really anybody. I mean, I figured if hunt for somebody who, like a retired guy that wants to just work a couple hours a day or something and pay by the job as outside services or hire him to do things in a payroll. I don't know. But I just
I don't have a problem.
noticed things and I know I can't do all that stuff,
Right.
so.
Either one of you know anybody? Tell me.
No, I ain't got enough days or hours left in the week.
Not,
You didn't
you
really
know
know
anybody.
anybody.
No. Well, let's start looking around and I don't have a problem with it. How about you guys? gotta be done. if we're
Where's the
gonna
money
use it.
coming from?
So I say if we could afford it,
You know where it'll come out of.
That's another thing too.
Because the last budget cycle, I tried to get it to where we have somebody who takes care of the building and it got shot down, so.
But these are things that if we don't fix them, they're just gonna get worse.
Yep.
And I know on the bars, on the doors, if they're not working, I'm sure even locked, people can figure out a way to get in.
You talking about the push bars?
Mm-hmm.
The
Biggest
push
thing is
bars.
making sure they work properly because that's a fire hazard to be able to get out is that paint push
Uh-huh.
bar. So
Uh-huh.
they don't have to reach for a handle somewhere. They can just push.
Yeah,
it and go in
And
there.
that's what's loose.
What kind of money are we talking and like how many hours a week are we talking? Because like, I might be able to
I
get
don't
somebody.
know, because it could be just a couple, because I don't figure any of these are desperate that have to be done all at once.
Sounds like you.
Kind of like an on-call
Yeah, kind
type
of.
thing.
Sounds like
We
you
need,
make
just
a-
use them when we need them.
Make a list and then find the handyman
Yeah.
to come in and knock the list out, and then you don't need them until you got another list. to come by.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Otherwise, you're
That's
just
good.
wasting money. If you can make
Right.
a list to go, here's the 10 things that we think are priority and need done.
Yeah,
Let's just make them and bid those 10 things, and then we'll make another list at a later date. You know, well, that's more feasible. I mean, I
mhm.
understand what Richie's saying about having some real time, but I just don't think there's stuff here all the time for him.
Right,
No,
Yeah,
I was
I
thinking
mean,
like
just-
of an on-call thing, but I was,
yeah.
Yeah.
when I brought it up last year for budget time, I was thinking like this person, if we could buy a mower and get a truck from the county or something.
Yeah.
We could have a town employee and just pay him something to mow and all that. Try to save money instead of paying $1,600 a month for somebody to mow and plow. We could do it ourselves.
Make a list
Payroll
and
would
I
be
know.
either
Right.
motor vehicle highway or general fund expense.
If you make a list, I know a guy.
Do you?
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah, my brother-in-law will come.
Okay.
It's what he does. So. But he's in Terre Haute, so he's not gonna come without a list. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Knock it
Right.
all in.
But do you want to come over and take a look at it first?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, he's good.
Okay. Yeah, if you'll check with him, that'd be great.
well, thank you. On the spring bazaar, the only money that was paid was 4 people. 4 people paid
No,
$35.
No, that's not fair.
I haven't got the money.
I gave that all to Leah the last
You
time.
gave the 4
and then-
checks.
No, there was more than that.
You
This
gave
is
her
why I
cash?
don't, no, for checks.
I Venmo for my,
Yep,
Kelsey,
yep.
so then somehow, I don't know if the Venmo got to you, but she did have a Venmo that we could pay.
We don't have Venmo.
No, Kelsey got
did,
it and
so
then she sends it
gave me
over.
the Money that she got. in-
So she had it deposited to the bank, so it showed up in the.
No,
bank.
Lois, no. I want to know where the stack of checks went to that I gave last month. So
That's
this
right
is
here.
why,
These are the
that's not
names.
it. That's not
This
it.
is it.
That's not it. And I'm
This
not
is
gonna,
the envelope we gave you.
huh?
The rest of the checks went for the festival?
There should have been a bunch in there for the,
No, just these 4.
no, I'll
Yes.
get you a list and I'll show you.
Okay, give me a list.
Yep.
And
Because
how they
this is
paid,
why I
they
don't
paid
like
by
it done
check
this
or
way
cash.
because it's never, it's always like this every year, every time. You didn't give me this, you didn't give me that, and that's not.
All right, thanks,
I
Tom.
don't like that, and we'll discuss this after the meeting.
Okay.
Anything else for the community center?
No,
All right, on Dole business, community crossing grant. Paving roads and repairs update.
It's done. Got done yesterday.
Has he talked to you about down by the senior apartments?
No.
You should probably call him because you'll understand it better, but he's talking, they can't guarantee the water's gonna be off of there. He talked about a 10 or a 12-inch square block or box that sets at the edge, but it would drain out between her house and the senior apartments in that runoff ditch. If we did that, he said, then we wouldn't have a problem. But you might talk to him to see, because he'll tell you exactly what it's called. He
But
used
that
to
would
let
just put
over-
more water in her backyard. I mean, she's already gets a lake in her backyard when it rains.
Yeah.
He said that's the only way that he can get it off there because he don't know any other way for it to go.
Well, I'm not in agreement with that because she gets enough water in her backyard, so.
On
Market or Walnut Club?
Mark.
Market.
When it slows down at work, I will get with, the stormwater director for the county.
Okay.
And see if they can come down here and meet with me to go over some areas in
He said
town.
he banked it some, best he could, but said he wouldn't guarantee.
He told me when I met with him to show him what all was gonna do, that he couldn't guarantee that he could get the water to run off there. And I told him that it's like, well, we don't really want it to run into her backyard because it already floods enough every time it rains, so.
Right. And he had a little bit of blacktop left the
I
other
seen he
day,
patched
so
the
he
holes
stuck
up
it in
there.
those holes up there.
Thank goodness. That looked so much.
But he's
better.
gonna be sending a quote for it to pave in a couple areas and also to the fire department.
Right. Hey, did you guys notice out here, it looks like it's sinking? Out here, it looks like it's, when we were leaving out today, it looked like part of it sinking and the bottom top's breaking up. Right out here at the end of the, like right outside the
Loose.
street down here.
Asphalt like it's been,
Broke off
yeah. And it
on
just
this side or that
sinking.
side?
if you go out, it's kind of in the middle. But it's.
To go out to
15
Main Street,
feet to
right out
Main
here.
Is it
down
on
here,
this property or on?
on the
Oh, okay,
tractors,
okay.
yeah.
In the
It's
parking
just
lot,
the
like right
stuff
out
that's
here.
gonna wear
Yep.
and be worse because there's loose gravel.
Number two, we won't have to deal with, already done it. Limestone building deeds.
We signed those, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Did you guys collect $3
For what? Oh,
I didn't.
for the deed? What was the dollar?
$3. Why is it $3?
I have no clue.
Yeah, because the deed goes for $3, $1 for each property.
I thought it was $1 for all of them.
No,
$1
$1,
each. It's $1 each.
$1 for each one.
Originally, it was $1 for all. Yeah.
This is what Don was looking at.
I'll make sure it comes through. I'll make.
Okay,
That's what my car.
It's, they just picked up my car.
Probably did.
Not mine.
Is it yours?
I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe it's theirs. I don't know. Everybody's grabbing.
Okay.
That's.
Well, if I have to, that means I'm buying.
I mean, it means, yeah, you.
Hello.
oh, and make sure receipt
Yay.
made out to Wes.
So
Yep.
we got them to give to him now?
Huh?
We got them.
The deeds? I don't know. Do you have the deeds?
Yes, I picked up the deeds from Darla on Tuesday.
Okay,
Tuesday.
okay.
Yep.
I asked Ray,
Yep,
but he
we're-
does not have
Hopefully
it.
the nice lady's
Oh,
gonna come
That's
down
why I
and
wish
meet,
you'd gone and picked it up.
in about
Um,
2 weeks to look over the historic preservation.
I'll say it in the announcements
Okay.
because I asked Reggie to do something. So I want you to know about.
So that's
Thank you again.
Glad you own them.
Yeah, thank you.
all yours.
Thanks for being patient.
Yeah. no kidding. Yeah.
You only wanted one gate ordered. And yet we were going to have more than one.
I think we were doing
Thought we were doing like 6.
1, 2,
I
3,
thought
4,
5 or
5, 6.
6.
Yeah.
But you only asked for the one.
Well, we were doing one to make sure it worked.
Oh,
And then if it did, then we were good to go with them.
Okay,
Yeah.
where was it going to be put?
Which one did you get?
I haven't, because I started to write this and then I thought,
Well, you have the ones upstairs or the two bigger ones in the back.
well, it's one that's 10 feet, 10 or 8 wide and 6 feet
That's
high
an-
is the
that's
one you
an up-
marked
That's an upstairs one.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
That's in place of them double doors.
mm-hmm. On both ends, I think, was like
Okay.
that.
do you know who's gonna install them and when you want it delivered?
Our handyman,
It's gonna
I
be
started
heavy
to say, would that handyman come and install those?
Next time.
because it's gonna be heavy. Do you want it left at the back?
I would, by the
Okay,
garage.
okay,
Yeah. That way it's not blocking for them when they go in.
yeah, yeah, because I mean, it's gonna be heavy.
Yep.
Okay, I'll order it tomorrow.
Pothole repairs on Main. Was that for the one up here?
Yeah,
All right, well, they're temporarily filled.
Well,
You
that's
should be
good.
getting, unless he sends it to you, you may, because he sent
What?
your email, the quote for the blacktopping,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll probably come to me.
selling the,
Um,
well, sure lot.
oh, never mind. It's on here. Never mind.
Okay,
I spaced it.
the, Phoebe's lot.
I was gonna call Darla on that.
I have to say Travis Abram said he bid $1,000. That was as high as he could go. I told him I would let you guys know. And he said if he need to put it in writing, he could. But he said just to let Scott know, that's what he would pay. So,
She's gonna talk to her about it and see what we gotta do legit, but I'm saying if we have to take a bid, he has to put it in writing.
that's what I'm
Yeah, and then
thinking.
it'll have to be
Yeah.
posted.
Yeah.
And so we won't be able to take any bids until it goes in.
Until it goes in.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I will let him know.
So you're gonna check with Darla then, right?
I meant to do that and didn't, so.
The road repairs for Mary Height. Already got the other one on Main, culvert on Broadway. 8248 Main.
That is at Wendell's house where the water. it's
8248?
Yeah, it's like,
It
yes,
really needs to have a.
it needs to have a culvert under it or something, cause it is like really getting deep. It runs right down and it's washed out all the gravel that's been put in it and the main street tips, it's like that.
Mhm.
And so it goes down kind of toward that gully, but
Right.
all the gravel's out into the street and people are skidding around that.
I know when, what's the guy that was in there before, Lisa?
Bill Williams,
Bill
John
Williams.
Chambers.
He came over and checked it and, the concern was when the school called it in and they got down on the opposite side where that little pond is.
Mhm.
And they looked under and it's eating out underneath the road, the water runoff coming, that's always flowing out of that bank.
Mhm.
He at that time was going to look at putting in a whole new culvert pipe across Main.
Mhm.
That part of the road right there is county.
That's county, yeah.
So we may want to get with them and see if we can work something together and
See what we can't get
maybe
done.
whatever we have to buy for the end of the driveway and maybe they can do their portion and install that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's bad.
Yeah.
And,
Well, they were concerned because of the buses going over it and the weight and eventually somebody's gonna go through.
right. I didn't know about under there, but I know where it comes down it's runoff water from the side of the road.
Yep.
And it comes right, it is just eating, like, it's deep right there.
Yep.
And when you go over it,
That's something you'd be willing to talk with Lisa about?
What do we want to do about Mary
Mary
High?
Who is she?
Height.
I think that's gonna be an expensive repair.
Well, I can talk to Lisa about both of those and see if the county if she might be able to donate the labor, if we
Pay for the material.
pay for the material, maybe the culvert.
Yeah, that's what Bob Williams
We're gonna
offered
do
a
it.
lot.
Bill Williams.
We're gonna do a culvert and then are we paving? I know we
I
talked
don't
about
know,
it, but
I don't know
We've
that Lisa would
talked
do
about
the
it for a long
paving, I
time.
think.
Never
Place
did.
in the stormwater.
No, she's the highway director. I don't know who the stormwater lady is.
Okay, 'cause I would like you to include my property too. Because that is either a town or county issue and no one can agree on. And if it's not included, that would be a discrimination violation.
What's your address?
8248 West Main Street.
I'm confused too.
I am too.
It says that on the paper.
I thought that's when you said it was Wendell's.
That's what I thought.
Well,
I thought it was Wendell.
the culvert at Broadway is Wendell.
Oh, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
I didn't
see
see that
where
they
she's got it
separated.
backwards with the thing. Gotcha.
Sorry, on the.
That's Molly. She just got it worked backwards.
Yeah.
If you look up-
Your property's on there.
Yeah.
It's just, I didn't see the comma, so.
She had it
he
the way it went. That's why I was looking like it was all Wendell's and I'm like, well, what's your
asked
address?
if it was Wendell's. I didn't see the
Yeah.
comma.
No, but it's listed on the paper.
Yeah, it's on
If you
there.
look outside the door, it's listed on the
Okay.
paper.
That'll be on Main Street work. Anyway. All right. I know you talked about it, but do you want to talk about the Taylor property again? Just a quick update.
Is everybody here?
We got the
Is everybody here?
dumpsters.
Somebody walk in.
I don't, I think they were here. I don't know if she was or not, but
That looked like it was when he was talking.
So we towed a car, not off the Taylor property, off the one across, but the car came from the Taylor property. Bland's towing, local towing company, I'm sure everyone knows them. They agreed to tow one of the trailers for free. The horse trailer that's burned up and the other trailers, no one's willing to do that for free. Because there's just no money left in them, so they'd be losing money to tow them. So working with the planning and health department to figure out if any of that money is left over from what they're doing, if that can be used for that.
Can I make a comment? I told Jackie, his planning department, if they would, find a dumpster, I could use my mini excavator with the claw on it. I could literally crush that burnout or trailer. I didn't, I would donate the time, I donate the mini excavator, the skid steer, anything that, could, because otherwise they're saying, well, there's no money in any of the for the RV stuff, and as long as that's there, it'll just continue to.
That is probably the only way that I see getting rid of it cost efficiently, but that has to be a court order.
Yeah, so I'm happy to
So
do it
we-
if somebody can.
If we impound it, it has to either be sat at a junkyard for 21 days or it has to sit here for 21 days. You could file for adverse title at that point and then you could crush it. But it would have to be transported and held somewhere for 21
Can't be
days
crushed on site.
unless you get a court order.
So the other question is, the Taylor property currently is considered condemned. And, obviously they live in there. I just wonder, is there not a way that we can remind them that this is a condemned house, you can't live in it because, I like Brad. Brad's not a bad guy, but as long as he knows that as long as nobody says anything, he's just gonna continue on living in there and.
Yeah, so that's something that myself and Brent need to get with the prosecutor again. Last time we got any sort of answer on this, and this was a year ago, prosecutor wasn't going to touch a misdemeanor charge on basically a civil issue. So that's something we could reach out again and see if they would want to play ball. But it would be completely up to the prosecutor if we were able to enforce that or not.
And the prosecutor is different than Justin Ryan.
Yeah, he's the attorney. I have had conversations with some county council members and they are trying to put the heat on Sheriff Kennedy.
Kennedy.
Is that, Marte, whoever, sorry, Marte. And, to make him enforce the county codes at the Taylor residence and to enforce the health order.
That's the problem is we could arrest him. He goes to jail. He'll be out same day. It's probably going to be a no bond charge. Like he just gets out, let out his own recognizance. What do you do from there? He's got a court date. He's going to go right back to living there, arrest him again. I could arrest him 20 times.
Yeah.
So if the prosecutor wants to play ball and actually charge him with it after the arrest, that's great, but I need to hear that from him first.
I'll do that.
Otherwise, it's a civil issue. I hate using that excuse, but it is what it is. Till the prosecutor says, game on, kind of in a holding pattern.
Could I add to that a little bit?
Well, I forgot he was there.
Go ahead, Brent.
The last thing to add to what Shana said, the last thing that we want to do is get into a force on force situation and not have the prosecutor behind us. And then we have an officer and a resident that could be injured or hurt. Heaven forbid, deadly force has to be used. So we're going to try to consciously, obviously, do what the prosecutor is going to be willing to enforce. There's literally no reason to have harm on anyone or something that's not going to be enforced. So.
That it?
Yes, yeah, I just wanted to put that in there. Just the last thing that we want to do is have an issue with someone that's going to resist, and then we end up putting ourselves in a bad situation for really nothing that the prosecutor is going to do. So,
All right. You guys are gonna set that meeting up then, right?
Yeah, we'll probably just send an email, see if, just touch base, make sure that we're still on the same page. If they want to enforce it, we can enforce it. I would prefer to do a summons arrest where we actually don't put our hands on anyone. We just say, here's your court date. But yeah, we got to reach out to them first.
You guys have anything?
Nope.
All right. New business, the public events, art, music, youth programs and activity.
This is just me, or did you put me on the agenda?
That's you.
That's me, okay. It is a little bit different. I wanted to report back. I went to the sustainable, I went to the Center for Rural Engagement Conference in French Lick, and there were some good resources that they had. And I was trying to be quick, but, speaking of the Taylor property, maybe I can give you this to you, Shane. They, there's a program called Integrated Reentry and Correctional Support. And so they have, it's basically mental health for, using former, I don't know, what would be the politically correct term, then, like inmates or,
other law displaced individuals.
yes, thank you. It's other law displaced individuals helping, like other people who have the potential of, needing, I don't know how to say it, like potential of going to jail. They provide mental health support. I don't understand what the end game with the Taylors. I know some people want them to go, but I don't know if that is actually legal, and I don't know if that's actually the legal precedent we want to set in Steinsville. I would suggest this and looking into this. I also would suggest maybe if funding is the issue, I'm waiting to hear back, but I think I might have gotten, disaster funding from the state of Indiana from the flood on August 2nd, and that is still open for funding. So they did experience the flood. That may be a way to get some funding to help get the house or clean up some of the trash. I don't know, creative thinking, but I just wanted to suggest that.
Sure, thank you.
So the Center for Rural Engagement is through Indiana University. And they've already had a few community partnerships. One, the Sustainable Hoosier Community Partnership, it's not a grant, it is what the applications due October 1st, and then if we succeed with it, we would have a partnership for 4 years, starting in August 26th, and they will partner courses and classes and basically resources that we do not have to help with getting grants and trying to get activities and other things into Steinsville. So I think it could be a win-win. I did some initial research. I don't think Steinsville it would be a long shot for Steinsville to get it on its own. But I talked to Colleen Rose, who is the director of this program, and she kind of whispered in my ear, she's like, it'd be great if a trail community enrolls in this. And so I know there's been rumblings about if we can get a bike trail to Steinsville from the greenways. And I think if we apply for it as a trail community with Owen County and Gosport, and we have the potential to get it. And I've already started to participate in the Regional Trail Association meetings that are at McCormick's Creek, and it's still on the table that we could get a bike trail here. We just have to participate and I think being in, like, if I will try to go myself once a month, if anybody else would like to go once a month who are interested in trying to get a bike trail here, I think it could bring great tourism and in an economic boost that is needed. And so that is what I'm looking into. The other thing is like, I think to do this, and in general, Steinsville needs a nonprofit. We need a nonprofit to help facilitate these activities that's a little bit more flexible than the town board. And then we can include members of the Steinsville community that are not only in the town like border, because there's a lot of people who would be engaged in helping with Steinsville who would live on Texas Ridge or just in the periphery that I feel like they're community members because they went to school here or they had family members that went to school here. So those are the people I think we need to reach out to for engagement and potentially resources to like revitalize the school and do projects for youth diversion. I don't think we can, I have a real ethical problem if we have a police force that is only like engaged in people who are doing negative things, but we're not engaging in the youth to give them alternatives from like a deviant lifestyle. And there's statistics that show youth diversion programs help that. And so that's why I think we need another formal nonprofit. Where I get confused is, do we need a nonprofit with umbrella nonprofits or multiple nonprofits that exist on their own? And so on June 5th, if anybody wants to join me, I am meeting Marcus, I think it's Whiting, and he is the program director for the Community Foundation of Bloomington and Monroe County. And he is willing to have a coffee conversation with me to see how we could potentially develop this, but I'm also just hoping to engage them and build a relationship because they have great funding. And if we can get our structure correct, then we can start receiving grants and hopefully having like more community-based activities going. And then the third thing I wanted to bring up is another connection I made from the conference is there's a housing community initiative. I met a gentleman named Brian Phillips who is on the board of Habitat for Humanity. And I know you already had a conversation with Habitat for Humanity. I think there was like a disconnect of what town needed and what their expectations were. And so I did have a conversation with Wendy Goodlett, and I'm going to meet her again on June 12th at 8:30 at the Mercantile if anybody would like to join. And they have other programs that could help Steinsville. And she basically said she walked away from the last conversation saying that she kind of believed that maybe Habitat needs to earn their trust here. And they have other programs like a beautification program that she could present. So I was just going to have her, she's just going to come and try to get feedback from people in the community.
Was she one of them that was here?
I believe so,
I
yes.
don't remember her name.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah,
so.
Wendy.
Yeah.
And I think she was, yeah, but she said, I explained to her, I was like, well, with the lot you want to put up for auction, I was like, town just didn't want to give away that lot for $1. That town needs money. But I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, when you're working in a nonprofit, it's like if you sold it to them for like 10 to 12,000, that's not that much money to them. And she didn't understand. She's like, oh, we could afford 10 to 12,000.
I even think the 10 was mentioned in that when we were talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking.
She might have changed her tune because it came from a board member, the reintroduction, because I was introduced to her through Brian Phillips. who is a board member, so I don't know if that helped. But I'm gonna go in it, I'm going with a, like, non-biased, objective point of view, just to like reintroduce that conversation, because I do think we have town lots that could be developed. And as much as I love development and I would love to see a bike trail here and I want Wes to be successful in his building, as soon as real estate developers catch wind that there's positive development going on here, there's someone with $1 million that can swoop up all the lots and do what they want with it. And so I've seen that happen before. So I think it's good as the development goes, also preemptively try to make sure we have workforce housing and for community housing. So when it becomes like, I mean, I want it to be awesome and I want, Circle of Friends to perform again and people to come here. But if, it would be so easy for affluent people from like Carmel, Indiana to like buy a weekend house here and, it's close enough for them to go to the football games and sleep here and they're not going to be engaged in the community. So I think it's important to keep a conversation going with Habitat just to make sure the economic development is in tandem with housing development for the workforce. Sorry, and I have all my little like pamphlets if anybody wants to see.
Thank you, Molly.
Yeah.
What time on June 12th was your meeting?
8:30.
Thank you.
And I'm meeting on June 5th with Marcus at the Starbucks in Ellis. You know, that's on 46? Yeah. You said that was good. Think then, but let me check. Okay. I won't be coming more. I'm curious.
You're going nuts. It's like, this won't stop and hers is going off and it's like,
Between the two of you.
oh.
Anything important, trust me.
We have somebody wanting to get on and that's what all these are. Would you tell Brent to knock it off or turn them on, one of the two?
Oh, that's what he's,
Yeah,
oh, gotcha.
he's letting me know. So we'll go on with number 2, the 2026 budget meeting schedule.
Next week,
It's already?
we need to talk about it
Oh.
and get it worked
Like,
out.
didn't we just do this?
Yeah,
We're at.
last year, here.
So let me ask a question before we schedule this. Have either one of you two got any new numbers from anybody at the state regarding what the Senate SB1 is going to do to our budget?
No,
Okay, we
haven't
need,
seen anything.
okay, well, I've reached out to the auditor of the county. She has updated numbers, but she doesn't have it all broke down yet. Because I wanted to know what all this new tax reform stuff
Yeah.
is that Governor Braun's doing is going to affect us, because I had a PS Lit meeting today. And that committee, the PS Lit committee, is going away because of Senate Bill 1 in 2027. And nobody knows what's going on. The city controller, Jessica McClellan, I think's her name. She has got no direction from the state as far as what's going on, how it's going to affect anything. So I don't want to schedule a bunch of meetings for the budget and then have to turn around and do it again for brand new information until we can find out what these numbers are going to be. I'm going to try to reach out to Auditor Gregory again tomorrow to see if she's got any updated information.
Now, are these things that will affect the general fund,
It'll affect everything.
every fund? Every fund?
I mean, the county,
that
in the next 3 years, I think Monroe County is losing approximately $40 million because of Senate Bill 1. And I don't know what that's going to do to us.
She said, I quit.
Now, I have also in the same discussion, have had talks with some county council people. There is a way to recoup a lot of the money that's going to be lost. But I need to get with them again and probably the county attorney and Darla. Because we're going to have to create an ordinance for the county council to pass. And then the county council has to send it to the commissioners. Commissioner has to pass it. But it'll be a way to where we can get a lot of, but not most of, but not all of the money that we're losing because of Senate Bill 1 or State Bill 1, whatever it is. SB 1 is what everybody calls it, but I don't know what that's going to do as far as our economic development money going forward, our PS slip money going forward. Not that we got a whole lot of that, but like our economic development money's quite a chunk of change.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out and get some sort of projected numbers from Brianna at the county. But she said she has just recently got some information when I last spoke to her like a week and a half ago. And she said once she got enough information that she would keep me in the loop, but I'm going to touch base with her tomorrow, to find out what we have or what she has.
So you don't want to wait
Because
to hear
it
back?
pinches the general fund no matter
Oh,
what.
yeah.
It's going to pinch everything.
You want to wait to find out from him first before we set a date?
I mean, if we can set a date now if we need to, but like we might just be putting the cart in front of the horse and have to redo this all over again.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys seen it in the paper or not, but like the Monroe County School Corporation, they're laying off like 190 people because of all this. Because they're losing like a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chief
And-
teacher in the district.
Yeah, and I don't know what RBB is going to do, and it's a mess, and nobody's getting any direction
Yeah.
from the state. Because honestly, I don't think they know what's going on.
This is why I suggest that we try to do a sustainable Hoosiers Communities partnership with the Center of Rural Engagement. Because I feel like that would be very resourceful if something happens like this, where we have to pivot funding.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's something you want us, if you want me to write something and then put it on the agenda for you to review, or how to move forward. I already started writing it and engaging people. We need a committee of 3 to 10 people to submit this application. And so I don't know how to move forward with the town board. Like if it's something you really want to like dive into and have someone represent it or talk about it on the agenda and a town meeting later on.
I mean, it can't hurt. So any information you get and put it on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the most you can try, and the most they can say is no. So if you don't try, then. All right,
If you want to have a meeting, then maybe the last week in June,
that's what I was gonna ask you. Yeah,
That sounds good.
Tuesday,
the last Tuesday of the month,
24th.
24th.
All right. Number 3, ordinance 2025-1.
Me neither.
So this is on the community crossing
Uh-huh.
matching grant fund. So are we gonna do all 3?
Mhm.
Is this all in one?
Mhm.
Passing the same, okay. All right, so I move that ordinance number 2025-1 be submitted for the first reading. Have a second?
Oh, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, ordinance 2025-1, an ordinance to establish a fund for the Community Crossing Matching Grant Program, whereas the Town Board of Trustees of the Town of Steinsville, Monroe County, Indiana, found it necessary to establish a fund for the purpose of receiving and spending monies for projects related to the Community Crossing Matching Grant Fund. In Section 1, funds from this account shall not revert to any other town fund and may not be transferred for any other purpose. Section 2, distribution from this Community Crossing Matching Grant Fund shall be authorized by the Steinsville Clerk Treasurer and, as required by state law, Steinsville Town Council. Section A. Such disbursements shall be used exclusively for the operation, maintenance, and improvement of the town's infrastructure, which includes but is not limited to the following: sidewalks, roads, and stormwater. Okay. So I move that ordinance number 2025-1 be adopted on the same day at which it is introduced.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then passing the ordinance, I move that ordinance number 2025-1 be adopted. At least that was a short one.
Because some of them get quite wordy.
Yeah.
That's not me.
All right, we're on for public comment. Oh, you went like this? I
had-
raised your hand.
I have
I had a comment about the Taylor property, and this is me and my ignorance, knowing nothing of this issue. So hopefully this is not, a collective groan from everybody. But in terms of removing the burned out trailer, and once again, I say this with a carrot, has anyone asked permission for that property?
Yeah, the property owner has been gone for a year and a half now.
It's actually in the legal system.
The courts have attempted to serve him and it all comes back. Nothing's there.
Unfortunately, he still owns the property. It's not been like tax liened or anything. He keeps, I understand he was on tax lien, he paid it. Somebody paid it for him.
Yeah.
But it's not much and there's nothing on it. So the tax bill is like a couple $100.
Oh, that's great. And that's on the Rayleigh property, not.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so as long as he owns it, you're right. We could get permission and then we could crush it on site, but we can't get a hold of him. No one knows how to get a hold of him.
Get permission.
I even took a drive down to Lawrence County and went to his dad's house that led nowhere as well. If you can get a hold of him,
Yeah, I'll let you know.
that would be extremely easy.
Well, I know they tried his sister because he stayed there for a little bit and that was in Martinsville and she's since that he's not around here.
And that,
So,
that whole area is AE special flood zone. It's the highest flood zone in the system. So that everywhere could potentially be from the road, there would be 11 feet. So technically, nothing that isn't existing should be ever allowed to be there. And if any of the houses destroyed or anything happens, then, I mean, you cannot get a building permit, anything.
They're saying if they flood, you remove the property for us.
Yeah, essentially.
And that has been known to happen.
I do hear there's some record rain coming in. We all collectively agree.
Everyone can be out.
everybody's downstream of the creek on the dam.
And actually, that is a quick question. So with the property, do we know Bradley was supposed to clean up all the junk that went down into the river? Right, that was also a request of Jackie's. Do we know, has he done any of that?
Last time we spoke, he said he wasn't gonna do it till the grass was cut. And then I was told the grass wasn't getting cut until he picked up his stuff. So
Yep.
we're in a standstill. So that was something I plan on seeing if we get some help on that community cleanup day to do that. Sounds like he's not going to do it. He doesn't have to.
Well, and the other thing, if we mow that down once to get that cleaned up, then at that point, from then on, it's either the county's gonna take care of it or they need to transfer it back to us because it's still under them, correct?
Yes, still the
So that's
county.
the county property, it's not even the town's.
Nicholas, south of the bridge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All that tree.
It used to be the town, but then when the bridge went in, it was transferred over to them for all the work, the trees going in.
I thought it was somebody you guys.
It was.
We are paying it,
He's not.
but it's
he-
county owned property.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, we'll mow it, you pay us for that.
They're vampires. I mean, I like.
He said he's not going to go out there and mow it and risk tearing his equipment up
I can't blame
to mow over that crap. That's what he said. I mean, I think I'm putting that in nice terms, but
Any other comments?
Yes. I have a couple of things. First, I'd like to know where we're at on my position with the park board. Any
That's-
update?
Waiting on Darla, because I'd requested her to be here, but I know she'd been vacation and everything. So we just have to get the town ordinance straightened up. So that everything is legit. Right now, it says that you have to be a town resident, so we got to get it set so it's opened up.
And this is just from the mercantile,
A what?
the mercantile. We started the lunch program on 5/27. To date, we have handed out 45 lunches.
good deal. Nice.
We're gonna continue serving lunches until they go back August 5th. So some kids don't go back on the first day, so it's still available for those kids that did not go back. And we also have gift certificates.
Hey, I got a question for you. So I saw a sign, this is at the Boys and Girls Club. They have it out by the street. It says they're doing USDA, I think they call it sunshine lunches or something like that. Have you looked into that? Maybe you get some reimbursement?
We've had several people try to make donations and David refuses that because that's just what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
I kind of have, I like kids, don't get me wrong, but our kids were shunned from Ellisville, they're shunned from Spencer, but we opened our door for everyone.
Yeah.
We got kids coming in I've never seen before. I still feed them.
Yeah.
But, last year it was just Steinsville kids. This year David opened up to any child that comes in that store. They come from Carmel, they get it.
Is there any limits to it, like income base or anything, or is it just opened up?
No, it's for the poorest of poor to the richest of rich. If it's a child they want a lunch, they get one. So,
Between 11 and 1.
yes,
Unless you're really nice.
It's awesome.
unless you know a girl, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you don't cook. The afternoon one, you know.
Yeah.
That's
That's a good deal.
Yeah, thank you.
She was my very first one. She was waiting. Tomorrow.
Out there camping out the day before, huh?
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
You could have had.
The bridge lights are out and they have been for a while. I had Kathy Harden looked at them because when they were out the last time, it was,
Is it fuse or something?
no, a fuse that was
Yeah.
out. So I have the box of fuse and the keys to that box. She checked it out and the lights are fine because she can make them be on 24/7. And she suggested it was a circuit breaker. And since Reggie has the bucket truck, I asked him if he could sometime get up there and take a look at the fuse and pull it and get one that he would be reimbursed for it.
Is that the pole that's in Olytic Park where it's at?
No, it's on the other side,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
but you can't get to it without having the bucket truck.
Gotcha.
So he said he would do that. I don't know when. And I have no idea how much a circuit breaker would cost because Kathy said there's all kinds of them. And some are cheap and some are not. So it just has to be replaced.
Gotcha.
So
So when it comes to that, are the lights on the bridge our responsibility? Because the county, per state code, the county owns all bridges.
we are paying the bridge lights. If you notice on you're paying your bills, Duke Energy. You
Yeah,
get
the
a bill.
county won't cover the lights
Okay.
at all.
They gave us the mileage of the bridge, which didn't affect anything.
Yeah.
It's a long bridge.
I mean, it's, yeah. We were given the whole bridge when they rebuilt it.
I just have one more thing, just to warn you, I'm bantering back and forth with the county commissioners about Banyam. I don't mean to annoy you,
No, it's fine.
but I'm having, the county attorney is trying to negate any, responsibility to Banyan Fanium.
Fine and fan you.
Well, Banyan Fanium, that, but it's South Central Sewer District. And the county has 5 board seats. But what happens is once they elect a board member, they're not legally obliged to them anymore, but I'm arguing with them that you still have a civic responsibility if you are electing the majority of the board members. Majority means the most board members, because he was arguing with me that 5 isn't the majority of 11, and he was getting very like legalese with me, so I was using ChatGPT to make it in legalese, but I don't mean, I may CC you on stuff, and I'm just so you know that I'm continuing to get him to try to they need to take some responsibility. And there's actually 3 vacant seats that the county could put on that board, and they haven't. And so they need to address that and not just pass the buck, because I specifically went to the county commissioners meeting asking nicely to give me direct information so I'm not chasing my tail. And then immediately they had me chase my tail with the planner and the attorney, and the planner CC'd you on stuff, and I knew it wasn't your problem per se. And so.
Yeah, they try to shut it off.
That's happening, and I don't mean to annoy you, but.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
Trying to get to the root of the issue.
They need to be taking responsibility. It's their system. That's right. All right. Anybody else? And I'm sorry, I don't know you. I'm
Oh.
Scott, so I mean,
Ben and Sydney, we bought the White Barn house
From
behind the
Richard
American Tile.
Greco.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although I do have a question. So
Yeah.
I've been maintaining just I wasn't sure where the property line was, if it extends past the tree to the, the road or whatnot, but I've just been maintaining the, mowing the grass and the weeds and whatnot. I wasn't sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you come right up to the blacktop
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and to the alleyway.
Okay.
And on the backside, right to the top of the
Sure.
creek or Pogues Run as it's called.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is an established river, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
On very
It
rainy
can
days.
be when that big rain comes through. And I know there's an issue with a tree that's there. That come from Debbie and what's her husband's name?
Gary.
Gary. I haven't gone down and looked at it. You might know, is there one that's dead, big tree or?
It's covered in vines. Yeah, the one at the very edge of the property. There's a
Oh,
big
she
tree.
says it's down in the water. I didn't never,
Oh, shoot, that is me in the shed. The electric company came out and, I assume they would like just cut off the branches, but they literally just cut the bare minimum,
oh, yeah.
what they could to touch it. And it was honestly, it's a little impressive how like you almost had to do more work to do so.
Yeah.
I know because I have a doorbell camera and I watch them coming in and out, and they're all standing around talking to each other, whatnot. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not like thriving or anything. It's overhanging over like my shed and, fence and, I guess their area too.
We just need to have that checked to see.
That one to
So
see.
it'll be whether it's harsh or not. Get it cut down.
But, not, if you want me to take care of the stuff on my property side, I'll take a chainsaw up there and just. So,
As long as it's not gonna make it lean further this way and go on there, but, no, we can get
And
it
as
checked
long as
and
we don't
see.
touch power lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just do that.
Oh, they already trimmed them off. Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to Steinsville.
Thank you.
Glad you're here. All right. Anybody have anything else? Kim, Richie?
I would just say you all talked grant writing earlier. I have experience with that if you want to with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Face.
Cool.
You have a new best friend.
Yeah.
I just say, poor Richie did that for several months, didn't you?
It was
All
almost
on
a
his
year
own.
and a half to get the,
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks to him, that's how we got the blacktop.
yeah, that's how the blacktop got done, because he worked hard at
Now he's just gotta get started on the next one so we can get the next one.
When she was teaching in Columbus High School in Columbus. You know, she wrote several grants with the community and
Okay.
partnered with shows and whatnot, so.
I'm not like an expert, but I've done.
Do you, have you met Sadie? So she lives in the big two-story White House, right catty corner from here. She's also the one that has the library.
Oh,
She
yeah,
was
yeah.
a teacher out west, Oregon,
Oregon, I think.
and she does grant writing too. So maybe you two can we can get you hooked up together and talk. So she's got I think she went ahead, she's got a 501c3 for the library. So things that can fall into that as well. So,
Okay, just a reminder.
yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. Wes, do you have anything?
No, sorry.
How about you?
No,
Nope.
not-
Anything else?
I'm good.
Leah? Yeah, well, okay. Anything else? All right, well, thanks, everybody. Me.
And all the people at TV.
What?
You
Thanks,
didn't have to go
everybody.
down.
Hey, I would like to request an executive meeting. Is that something I can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have an idea of when you're wanting this?
Sometime after the 10th would be great for me. If that works with you guys, just let me know.
The 10th on Tuesday.
Who does that?
That's
That's
Brent.
Aaron. Is that,
Brett?
I thought that was Brent.
it's Aaron.
He wants to meet on the 10th.
Aaron is this
No,
year.
yeah, this is me. Sometime after the 10th.
Sometime after.
After the 10th.
You want to go?
Is there any day that works best for you, Aaron?
Well, I can't do it on the 12th because I have a court date. What about that following week?
Can we do the 17th?
Yeah, let's do that.
You got it. What time?
What time works for you guys?
Evening.
Let's do the 6 o'clock thing.
Okay, yeah, let's
6 p.m.
Stay on the same
Okay,
time.
yeah, let's do 6 o'clock.
Lois, you or Leo will have that posted for us, correct?
He's a police
Aaron
officer.
is one of the reserve officers.
Okay,
Watson.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I was just wondering what it would take to.
We need to make sure this is a personnel matter, right? Because if not, it makes executive session. can be
Correct.
open.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron. Well,
Yes.
Executive sessions are open.
Yeah.
Is this an executive session? Is it a personnel matter or is it just a regular executive session? Because one's open to the public and one's not.
Yes, it is a personnel matter.
Okay, so it'll be closed to the public.
All right.
All right, we'll see you then.
Thank you. And I think Tammy was trying to raise her hand, but it wasn't working. She has some questions too.
Can they unmute yourself, Aaron, or Shane? Yeah, Shane said that you guys can unmute yourself.
Tammy? Aaron, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there. She texted me.
Can you guys
Oh,
hear me?
There we are.
Yep.
Okay, great. I started this discussion back when Dave Boone was your chief.
Hey, before you go any further, would you give your full name so we have it in the record?
Yeah, absolutely. Tammy, Tami Watson, Watson.
Okay, go ahead.
I am a prior state trooper and a ladies self-defense instructor. And Dave Boone had reached out to me. It's been a couple years ago about, it was right before you guys got the school. And he was telling me about the school and the opportunities that it provided for Steinsville to open some community training opportunities. And since he's left, I haven't really explored this, but I am moving into some other avenues work-wise. And I wanted to reach back out and offer my time to come and do a ladies' safety and self-defense class at the school in the gymnasium. now that school is out and the girls aren't in school, this is really I have two different programs. One is geared towards high school and college age young ladies, and the other is geared towards any woman, age basically 12 and up. The hands-on components are the same, but the content is different. And I had told Chief Boone at the time that I would be willing to donate a class to the town if the town wanted to sponsor it and market it as a Steinsville sponsored safety class, kind of to promote a positive image for community outreach on Steinsville's behalf. And if you would be interested, I would still be willing to do that. I had kind of lost contact, and now that I'm kind of moving into some different things work-wise, I would have some time to do that and didn't know if you would be interested. If you are, I can send you all some flyers of the different classes. They're each about a 2.5-hour block, but I just thought it would be a great opportunity for Steinsville to say, hey, we want to promote safety in our communities. We're willing to do this class. It would be free to the community, and I would donate my time, and it would be a great opportunity for Steinsville to show community involvement and an outreach effort to keep people safe.
What do y'all think?
I think it's something that would be good. I would like to see the information
Yeah,
so we can review it
Yeah.
before we make a decision.
I agree.
So what I
Yeah.
could do, guys, is I could actually attend a meeting and kind of show you guys an abbreviated PowerPoint. So I have a PowerPoint. We could run through it in a meeting. It wouldn't even have to be open to the public. We could have a private meeting just with the board members to show you what the program consists of. And I would be happy to come over and do that if that's what you guys would like to do.
It has to be open.
That's it.
So yeah, we have to post it if we're gonna be together. So it would be open for anybody who wanted to come in and see.
Unless it's personnel, right?
Yeah.
Well, that would kind of defeat the purpose if you're going to open it to the public. I mean, I could send you flyers about what the programs consist of. I've been doing these programs for about 11 years. So.
Yeah, if you would just go ahead and send the flyer, because if we meet, then we have to post it and open it up.
Okay. Who would you like for me to, I can email those. Who would you like for me to email them to?
Are you still using Steinsville Blue Marble? Steinsville at bluemarble.net.
At bluemarble.net.
Correct.
Very good. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it. All right. So I adjourned earlier. Anybody have anything? All right.